Hello everyone, I am Melissa Earhart. I am the INDOT statewide geologist and I am working for the Division of Materials and Test. Today we will be discussing specification changes, Indiana test method changes, directives changes, and other topics as qualified versus certified in the 2023 Common Corrective Actions for Audits. The 2024 edition of the Standard Specifications has been published. This is effective with contracts let between September 1st of 2023 and August 31st of 2025. You can find the online version of this book right here at this website, and you may be able to find a hard copy from either ICI or ACEC. For the specification, structural backfill number 4 is no longer acceptable as type 3 backfill. AASHTO 57 is acceptable and is effective as September 1st of 2023. The statement added to the 207 subgrade section reads as concrete pavement processed into coarse aggregate size particles shall not be used in any subgrade treatment type. Lightweight concrete provision reads as all or part of the coarse aggregate is replaced with lightweight aggregate as expanded clay, shale, or slate, and is in accordance with AASHTO M195 as size 91. For Indiana test methods, we are going to discuss ITM 207, the sampling stockpile aggregates. There are now officially 2 methods. We used to do the sampling from the center of the small stockpile, and we added this year as the strike-off method, and this is how it goes. Right here is the front loader shall reach across a small portion of the front pile with the front end loader bucket to drag the material. Another part of it is that the loader operator shall not drive upon the sample pile at any time. We will still be doing the 6 shovels, however, it will be an exclamation on the entire flat surface. You will need to identify the material that you're going to be using the strike-off method on in your quality control plan. And if it changes, you just have to update your quality control plan. In ITM 210, the Class AP course aggregate, we are updating the cement type and air entraining admixture. So the cement type will be IL, and it's going to be in accordance with M240 and from the source right here. Air entraining admixtures, the mixture shall be Vinyl-based product. And these changes are being changed because the material that we were using previously is no longer available. For ITM 226, material requirements for coarse aggregate used in concrete, we adjusted the fine aggregate limits for mixtures not using the tarantula curve. So if you look right here, it says fine aggregate shall be no less than 40% nor more than 45% of the total weight of aggregates used, and except the limit may be increased to 50 when slight coarse aggregate is used. For Directive 203, the dolomite aggregates, we are providing some clarification on when elemental magnesium content is less than 10.3%. Right here, it says the sample will represent 1 week of HMA production for any DMF using the dolomite stockpile in question. If this is getting continued, we also provided an example calculation. We provided editorial updates to the consequences for not meeting the 10.3% of elemental Mg requirement. Right here, it says the source will be removed from the QPL of the dolomite aggregates, which is found on that website where you can find the spec book. The source will not be reinstated on the QPL dolomite aggregates until the capability is consistently produced dolomite with 10.3% or more is clearly demonstrated. And we're going to tell you some new geologists are here. This is our district geologist list. Your LaPorte district geologist, she's brand new this year. Her name is Rachel. Our Fort Wayne district geologist is Kenneth. Our Crawfordsville district geologist is Amanda. And we have a brand new district geologist. His name is Aaron. And the Vincennes district geologist is Ryan. And our Seymour district geologist is Chris. These are the people that you need to contact when you have CAPP related questions. They're also the ones that will help you no matter what and can provide answers for you. So for other topics, we're going to talk about qualified versus certified. Why? Well, this year we have seen several producers and technicians struggle with the concepts of certified and qualified. Only qualified technicians can perform the test. Only certified technicians can sign off CAPP-related documents. This also means that your quality control plan, annexes, and diaries. These next few slides will discuss what is qualified versus certified and how to stay qualified and certified. Qualified. In 2018, independent insurance program changed, and they can be found in Directive 107. The written examinations do not expire. The certified aggregate and certified asphalt technicians are not exempted from written examinations. So if you took your certification for CAPP or for ICAT schools and you passed and you still haven't gotten qualified, you still have to take the written exams. The new 2-year qualification is handled as qualification periods from January 1st to June 30th of the same calendar year will expire on January 1st, that is 2 years from the qualification date. The qualified on February 24 of 2024 will expire on January 1st of 2026. Qualification periods from July 1st to December 31st of the same calendar year will expire, that is 3 years from the qualification date. So if you were qualified on August 19 of 2024, it will expire January 1st of 2027. Certified. In 2019, the Certified Aggregate Producer Program policies and procedures changed, and it can be found in the Testing Memorandum of 19-02 on June 12, 2019. The directives, ITMs, and all of them can be found on our website. To stay certified, technicians need to attend the spring regional meeting or watch the video, aka this right now, and pass a short quiz about the topics covered in the video. Always update your contact information. If you do not attend the regional meeting and you missed it completely, this is the way we can contact you to tell you, hey, you missed the regional meeting and you need to do the video. And that also means do not use your company email, because if you leave a company, then we do not have a current update for you and we cannot reach you. So why are we discussing this? Well, during the audits this year, technicians did not realize their qualifications have lapsed. Many excuses were that the technician did not know their expiration date, or the technicians looked at the certified technician list, which shows that the technician was qualified. The qualified portion of this CAPP technician list is not accurate at all. We try to make it accurate, but it's hard to keep it accurate. And INDOT is working on how to make it more accurate, but currently it's not accurate, so do not rely on it. So how do we solve these issues? Ask your sheet from the IAs to get your deadline. Contact your district geologist to see if they can help you. During the audits, there is a portion of the audits that ask if the technicians are qualified. You can ask them to see if they can give you when your due date is. Or sometimes the district geologist knows and say, hey, you're due at the January 1st this year, so you may want to start looking into getting an appointment with the IA to do your qualifications. Again, the CAPP technician is not accurate, so do not rely on it. So what is the certified technician list I'm talking about? Well, this list shows that the person is certified from when we do CAPP school, and also shows that the tech is qualified, but again, not accurate. You can find it right here at this website. Again, as I said, that you can find everything, ITMs and your spec book, CAPP technician list, anything that you kind of need is found there, along with your CAPP manual. The technician list will be updated after complying after January 1st. CAPP exam results are in, and after the spring regional meetings in July. So when you miss the regional meeting, you have till July 1st to get certified. After July 1st is when I will compile all of those results and get all the technicians back in to the list. If you see anything wrong with the technician list, please feel free to contact me. I am the one who does the technician list. Audits Corrective Actions Review. M&T has compiled the corrective actions from 2023 district audits. This overview will help INDOT and producers identify the common issues across the board. This year, there was 223 corrective actions done. For no corrective actions, there was only 65 sources that did not have corrective actions. Congratulations, you guys. This does not include the observations for the audits. Most common corrective actions. Test dates on charts do not match test reports. There was 24 corrective actions. This combined 2 sections. And what does this mean is that the test dates on the charts did not match the test that was done. So it was in your diary test and on your charts is what we check. So none of them are matching correctly. That means that you just have to be a little more diligent on to make sure that you have the right dates. Current test methods. 18 corrective actions. We will discuss this a little bit later on how to fix this. Spec limits are incorrect. There were 12, again, 2 combined sections of this. And what that means is that it's not within our state spec or your QA specs. Gradations are not within spec limits. There was 11 corrective actions. This means that your gradation test has failed on one of your control limits. Just so you guys know, I did find some observations in the audits that show that there was gradations out of spec. However, our district geologist wrote it as observations and not corrective actions. Missing calibrations for weights, there were 11 corrective actions. Well, what does this mean? This means that there's a certification letter that comes and shows that when the weights were calibrated. That means that when you get the scales calibrated, you need to talk to that person and to get that letter to show when the weights were certified or calibrated. And that is every year, not 2 years, but every year that those weights have to be calibrated. Key personal information is incorrect. There was 10 corrective actions. What does this mean? This means that your quality control plan is not updated. You might have a certified tech leave in the middle of the year, but it shows that in your QCP that he's still there, or the diary did not match. Gradations not within control limits. Again, 10 corrective actions. This means that they were not within your target mean or QA products. Decant out of spec was 2 corrective actions. Congratulations, guys. It seems like the decant is very accurate now. Shakers are not verified properly. That is 10 corrective actions. This means that when you guys were verifying your shakers, it was just not done correctly. Just ask if there's a problem or anything like that. Compliance rate and standard deviation out of spec, there were 6 corrective actions. What does this mean? That means that your compliance rate of 95 fell below that 95%, and your standard deviation went above the 5.0 that we allow. What does this mean for you when this stuff happens? It means that we will decertify your stockpiles and then start you back at the start of production and INDOT will come out and sample with you guys until we feel you're accurate and you can change your target mean. Mining area not in the diary. 5 corrective actions. What does this mean? This means that when a limestone quarry blasts, that is, you have to have your coordinates for where you took your blast. So, and it's not in your diary. You need to have that so when we know exactly where this material came from. Usually it correlates with the source report map. So how do we solve these corrective actions? Well, review your previous year audits. You want to make sure that the corrective actions that you received last year, you are doing them correctly again this year and continuously doing them correct. You can also audit yourself. We have a blank audit packet in our CAPP manual, or you can always ask the district geologist for a blank audit. You can take that blank audit and you can sit there and audit yourself. Go through the packet. Do I have this information? Do I have this information correct? Or is my charts right? Or, everything. Just make sure that you go through your audits. Make sure you have the correct paperwork for verifications. This includes when we update ITMs, like ITM 910. Make sure your weights are calibrated every year and not every 2 years. Even though AASHTO says that the weights have to be calibrated every 2 years, INDOT actually tells you to calibrate your weights every single year. So when you do your scales, talk to the scale company that does your calibrations to make sure that the weights have been calibrated for the year. You want to get that certification letter to show that they were calibrated that year, and that's what you present at the audit. Use your addenda to update your QCP for information. What does this mean? Well, right now, between January 1st to April 1st, it's your first round of your quality control plans can be updated. And then at the audit, you have 10 working days to get your QCP updated. In between, you take this addenda and you update it every single time there's a change being made. That includes plant flow diagram. This also includes if you use a tech or you gain a brand new tech or you got somebody qualified. Any change of products, if you removed a product or add a product. Product removal and additions is also annexed in as well. And you also can annex in your certified text. But any changes that are being made throughout the year and after those 2 periods is when you need to have that addenda. It's your living document. So when you have it, you can present it to the district geologist at the audit and say, hey, I have QCP changes, here's my addenda. That way the district geologist knows that there's a QCP that needs to be updated and that you understand it, and they will not write you up for it. Management rep letter. This has all of our updated ITMs, AASHTOs, and ASTMs. This gives you the information of when the AASHTO, ASTM, or any of our ITMs, example, your ITM 207, T27, T11, are updated this year. This will give you all the current documents of the years that you need to have for your audits and to do your CAPP. And there will be a new letter coming out in March. If you have any questions, ask. I cannot put more importance on that. Always ask your district geologist. We want you to get everything correct. That way we don't have to be mean and give you corrective actions at the audits. We want to make sure that you understand the program and it's doing it correctly. You can also ask the INDOT statewide geologist for help, which is me. If you have any questions for any of our D-list, Bart Williamson is our D-list guy. He can help you as well. So any questions about the CAPP program, talk to your district geologist or talk to me. We are here to help you guys to make sure you're running your plan accordingly to the CAPP program. And this concludes the presentation. Have a great day.